What you were aligned with the old energy is not necessarily what you will align with going forward. So we are shifting into a new paradigm. That's the words they're giving me, a new paradigm. So what is a paradigm? Can you explain, please? It's a different vibrational alignment with who you are and where you're going. You stepped up a rung on the ladder, and as you step up a rung on the ladder, these are their words, by the way, then you see things from a different perspective. Imagine physically stepping up a ladder. The view from the ground is different from the view a few rungs up. You can see further. As you see further, you will also see the blocks, the difficulties, the challenges. And because you are in a higher vibration and new awareness, then you can choose to avoid those challenges and say, I choose an easier way. Equally, flip that upside down and say, I was choosing an easier way, but actually that's not really serving me. I want to go through those challenges because they're going to grow me so much. So many of you are readjusting your course. Do you understand? This is a time of realignment and readjustment of your courses, of where you thought you were going and where you are now going. And for some of you, you continue on that trajectory of what the plan was a few months ago. For others of you, you are changing that trajectory just very slightly. But as in a large ship, you only need to change your compass by a point of a degree and you will end up in a very different place. So many of you are changing your compasses very slightly. Others of you are changing your compasses largely, and you will end up in a very different place. So we encourage you to allow the shifts that your inner being is trying to make on your behalf. Simply tap into your heart, connect with your heart, and if it feels right for you, grant permission to your inner being to guide you rather than you trying to guide it. Your inner being, your higher self, when it has permission to lead you to your greatest life, and you simply let go and allow, and you let it take the reins, you will find that life is so much more enriching and beautifying for you. We understand that this has been a difficult transition for you, and we understand that many of you, including this one, was not expecting such a challenging transition, particularly those of you who you would judge to be more spiritually aware. In fact, the more spiritually aware you are, the more difficult the transition. Oh, that's interesting. Why? Because those of you more spiritually conscious have a stronger connection with your higher self and soul, that you allow this readjustment, reconfiguration, and you are giving the soul permission to restructure your life at a more increased course correction. And therefore, the bigger the change, the bigger the challenge in terms of the energy. Those of you only just awakening very gently to your spiritual self, your soul will know that that would be too much for you, and so has done a very gentle course correction, and you will find further gentle course corrections over the coming 2 years. Every few months, a very gentle little course correction, a tiny degree of shift and change, so tiny that in the moment you may not even notice it. It may take you 2 or 3 years to look back with hindsight and say, oh yes, there was some minor changes, but they added up to a significant shift. But those of you like Julie, the teachers, the inspirers, the leaders of helping those of... we muddle our words, please forgive, step back. Those of you in positions of leadership, guiding others, important that you course corrected a large course now so that you can be there as the being of service to others in a correct energetic field. So now we speak directly to those of you in service to others, to humanity, those of you healers, leaders, teachers, inspirers. Your course correction has been significant and what you would judge to be harsh, but we and your soul know that this was planned and chosen beforehand, that you needed to run ahead, if you like, to get where you need to be faster than others so that you can help others gently course correct along the next 3 to 5 years is significant shifting. Your shifts have happened quickly. They are not quite finished yet. Although Julie is feeling better now at this stage, end of May, this will take another couple of months to complete. But by mid-August, September, this is complete for those of you who are the spiritual leaders, and you will then be in a very strong position to help others along the path adjust gently to their shift as well. Does this make sense for you? So it will, if you like, be more and has been more full on, very full on for many of you. It is easing now. Yes, you can feel that ease indeed. It is easing and it will continue to ease over the coming month or two, but there is still some minor tweaks, minor adjustments here and there to allow you to step onto your full path. Many of you leaders and teachers and healers and showers, seers, many of you are already aware of this. We are so thankful and grateful for you to be putting yourself in this position of such enormous, significant vibrational shift, which of course on a human level is uncomfortable for you. But every part of you, including your DNA and your cellular structure, is rising. As it rises, it brings up to the surface that which is not aligned with your higher self for it to be transmuted, and you are all doing so very well. Wherever you are on this path, you are doing so very, very well. This transmission and this explanation is now complete. We love you indeed.